Too rich to miss Unscripted. You're now tuned into your host, the hottest voice in cryptocurrency, Mr. Too Rich, the Southern Urban Voice. And this show is all about giving you the tools, news, and reality that you can use to make the most out of your cryptocurrency journey and of getting wrecked and make some sick gains. Let's get it.
The only real color that matters is green.
All right, and are we live? Are we live for real? Because the last live stream did not go through. Are we live? Are we live? Are we live? All right, and we are actually live for real this time. Too Rich to Miss Unscripted, back in the booth, getting comfortable in the studio, trying to get this thing worked out and do a live stream and give you the appropriate perspective on the market that you need to use so that you can avoid the wrecked area of the market and destroy yourself and your portfolio and miss out on the wonderful gains that are happening and available in this wonderful market right now. How is everybody out there doing on this particular Sunday that will catch the replay of the repeat of what was just mentioned 10 minutes ago that you missed? Yeah, so what we're doing here is we're talking about a few wonderful things happening. The short and concise version of what everybody needs to focus on and what you should be thinking about right now are the red days are the best days. DCA into blue chip projects on red days to get more of a value position. And not financial advice. This is just what happens, and this is the best way to do it. Use your Googling skills and check it out and check out and follow up and go off in the comments if there's another way other than DCA. DCA into solid projects and hodling is the way to actually get to where you need to be in this market right now. $13.5 billion locked into total value locked into the DeFi market right now. You guys know, if you're following me, one of my favorite DeFi plays is Aave or Ave, depending on how they pronounce it. One of the blue chips over there in the space, they got a lot of wonderful things going on. If you have not DYOR, which means do your own research, if you have not DYOR'd into Aave, you're doing yourself a disservice. Now, as we go through and talk about a few things here, this particular article and articles like this are in news articles like this are things that if you are an investor and a long-term investor, it really shouldn't bother you because if you're not a trader, um, then then the intense volatility of the market are viewed as opportunities to buy and accumulate more of your position versus worrying about whether or not you set up a stop loss because you're on the wrong side of the trade and you might be about to get wrecked because you don't know how to use leverage and manage risk properly, and you get liquidated. But this isn't a channel that talks about trading. It's a lot more of us win by investing than trading. 9 out of 10 traders don't make money, but 97% of hodlers of Bitcoin are in profit right now. Bitcoin and crypto now are able to buy pizza and wings at Pizza Hut at locations in Venezuela. As we always know, some other markets and countries usually move a lot faster and adopt things a lot quicker than we do for various reasons. But yeah, this is definitely goes into the play of mass adoption coming on around the mountain. It's inevitable. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. And those of us that are actually in here hodling and jumping and front running the protocols and investing in these blue chip protocols are going to benefit immensely from what's going on right now. So if you're following the smart money, Guggenheimer Funds Trust, for example, could be considered smart money. They have about $5 billion in their investment fund, and they got regulatory approval from the SEC to invest up to 10% of their assets into, guess what? Guess what? Guess what? You see it, Bitcoin. So we're talking about give or take about another $500 million coming into Bitcoin itself directly, not the cryptocurrency market, just Bitcoin. As you can see right here, given the fund has net assets of $4.97 billion according to Fidelity, it means the fund can invest up to $497 million in Grayscale Bitcoin Trust. So the smart money is already here, and the smart money is buying Bitcoin. What are you doing? So, last and certainly not least, we want to look at a weekly chart and kind of give you guys an analysis, a brief analysis, and just info on what I look at when I'm doing a DCA and when I'm looking for DCA opportunities. Obviously, when you're looking at a weekly chart in the past, obviously 2020 is hindsight. But whenever the market comes and it takes these what people consider a violent dip, which this really wasn't a violent dip, but when people start to panic about these what they consider violent dips and market corrections or whatever they term to call it today, when you're looking here right over here, right about Thursday, because see, you start to see we were way up here at 19 on Wednesday, and then right at Wednesday going into Thursday, you see it going all the way down here, right down here. Thursday and Friday, when it dropped down here to 16, is your DCA opportunity. This is the dips that I talk about. When you're looking at this over a weekly term, you can obviously see it real clear that the dip is right here at about Thursday, Friday, and then it started to come back and rise back up again. And then when Monday kicks in, it could pop, or it could just go sideways for a while. But if your time horizon is not next week, then it's pretty. Then if you're buying this dip and holding on for the next 3 years, for example, Bitcoin did 155% this year so far. So, the next few years has been the best performing asset over the last 12 years. And I don't think the next 3 to 4 are going to be great. I'm sorry, 151% year-to-date returns. So on that note, I believe